What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Many people have been emailing me about this story about Robert De Niro and his ex-wife, Grace Hightower. Now, it's funny that Grace Hightower is listed as an American philanthropist, while Robert De Niro is an Italian-American actor, but a philanthropist is somebody who gives away money. Which is interesting because she didn't have any money before she met Robert De Niro, and now she's an American philanthropist, a socialite, which, you know, when you met the guy, you were broke, you were getting dustier and dustier each day, and now you're a freaking philanthropist. Like, for the love of God, okay? Like, see, and this is what I tell some of you guys. You need to leave them where you found some of them. Like, literally. Upgrading the wrong chick is bad news. I keep telling you guys, leave them where you found them. Some of you guys are gonna move them into your house. They don't have nothing. Then they get your money. We'll stop the show. Some of y'all ain't got shit, but they get your money, and all of a sudden they're like a socialite or whatever, and they're philanthropists, and they're like helping the needy with your money, and then you're broke and you need the money. But no, she's giving your money to the needy and acting like it's something that she earned. This is how ridiculous this shit is. An American philanthropist. But anyways, as we know that she's been trying to come for his money because she's lazy and doesn't want to work, and she was broke when she met him. Okay? They were married for 24 years. All right? I believe 1994. He was already rich at that time, already established. Okay? He has amassed a fortune from his career spanning more than 5 decades, made over $500 million, and she wanted half. Which is ridiculous because you're making $5 a day before you met him. But nonetheless, he's able to keep the majority of his wealth. He will have to give her $1 million a year in alimony. I mean, and here's a picture of her and him together. She has this struggle weave there. And then also, he has to give her $6 million towards a new home. A new home for what? I mean, again, this is the price that you guys pay, that we have to pay when you upgrade people who are broke. All right? Leave them to be dustier and dustier each day. I can guarantee you the guy she was messing with before, she had nothing. Okay? Nothing. But anyways, Grace Hightower was broke. But anyways, $1 million each year. He's probably haven't even hit it since God knows when. All right? But $1 million each year until one of them dies. Okay? And not only that, $6 million towards a new house. Okay? Now, what did she do before then? Again, I'm going to talk about what she did before then. She grew up in poverty. Stop the show. No offense to people who are poor. But if you're rich, typically it's best for you to deal with those who are like you. She was a flight attendant. Okay? She worked at an upscale London Chinese restaurant and celebrity hangout. Okay? So stop the show. She was completely getting dustier and dustier every day. You were working at a London Chinese restaurant. No offense to that, but again, here we go. You're working at this place. All right? At 32 years old, you give this girl a chance to take all of your money. You should have left her there washing dishes. But when you want to upgrade people because you believe that they love you and they don't, this is what happens. So now she's a philanthropist. She never made her own money. She's been giving away his money the whole time. How are you a philanthropist? Like, does it make any sense? But let this be a warning to guys in the future. We have to listen to what's going on in these streets, all right? And it's not just happening to Dr. Dre, it happens to white guys. It's not like, oh, well, you know, white guys, they marry black women and, like, you know, those women worship them. No, you can get hit by the same system regardless of who you marry, white, black, or otherwise. You better marry somebody, if you're gonna do it, that got something to lose. If you're gonna deal with money, marry somebody that already got some money. All right? You don't be Robert De Niro and you worth millions and you marry somebody that's a fucking waitress who doesn't have anything. And then you don't sign it, and then you lose all your money. That doesn't make any sense, right? Because no rich woman will do that. Like Oprah Winfrey, worth $1 billion. Will Oprah Winfrey marry my broke ass? No. Why? Because I'm completely dusty in comparisons to her. That's why. All right? Because Oprah has something to lose. She's not gonna give it to me. I will be completely dusty to her, and she would be right. And guys have to understand that there are certain people out there who don't love you for you. They love you for what you can do for you. And the more that you can accept that, you don't have to get hit with the fake shit, you know, when they start acting like they like you and they miss you and why have you called them today. And yeah, it's that $100 million you have in the bank account and things like that. And men gotta be mindful of this. I see why so many guys are wanting to go over to different countries. You know, I was talking to brother Aaron Ferris from Black Male Travels, and he was saying, you know what? When you date in Colombia, the relationships are more genuine. Okay? It's not necessarily based so much off of what all that you have. You know, most chicks are not really looking to come over to America like that. And most chicks are quite happy with just if you can provide the basics, and they're just really more happy if you can treat them nice. Not really so concerned about making a lot of goddamn money. And I think that's what men are looking for. Men are looking for relationships that tend to be a little bit more genuine. And I'm sorry, when you're a guy that has the kind of money of like Robert De Niro, when you're a guy that kind of has the money like Dr. Dre, dude, the relationships are not going to be genuine. What are you looking for? Did you think that like some girl is talking to you because you're just the funniest guy in the world, and you're like, and that's the thing about guys, we think that we're so special, you know. We feel like a lot of us that you know, people are really interested in us and what we're doing. And just remember when you were broke catching a bus, like it was really hardly anybody interested in you. Now that you have a little bit, you know, more money and you have a little bit more status, all right, your jokes are a little funnier. People are laughing, all that kind of stuff, right? You think that you're special, but you don't think like, oh, like if there was any guy that had money that was like that, maybe she would be doing that with him too. And you don't figure out until it's too late, you know, all the extra moaning in the bedroom and all that stuff, because yeah, it's $100 million in the bank account. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously it's the best she ever had in her life, because like she's never been with anybody that had $100 million. And she's working at a restaurant and she's 32. She really needs to do a good job because she's gonna be broke forever if she doesn't. And then you're dumb enough to bail her out of poverty. So like, what did you expect? This is where we're at, guys. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.